When interviewing with a mission-driven nonprofit organization, you'll definitely want to make sure that you understand their mission and values. The value that I most identify with here is the pioneering spirit, because we celebrate and reward innovation, we encourage people to think outside the box, and we move through processes with agility and humor. Hi, I'm Jeanette Cerami. I'm the recruiter and training specialist at DreamSpring. Thank you so much for joining me with this quick video on tips for how to have a smooth application and interview process with us and set yourself up for success. We have a few skills here at DreamSpring that we would love for you to showcase during your interview. First is clear and concise communication. We love a candidate who can maximize their time by having succinct answers. Keep in mind the interviews are only 30 to 60 minutes, so if it's helpful, you might want to write down a couple of points to cover to make sure that we're staying on track and everything that you want to cover is being demonstrated for the hiring team. Next, we love a candidate who has self-reflection and the ability of getting and giving critical feedback. Whenever you're giving an example of a past work experience, keep in mind ways that you grew or learned from that experience, as opposed from ways that other people in the experience may have done something differently or wrong. Finally, we here at DreamSpring are lifelong learners. So if you can demonstrate a hunger and humility to learn and improve, we think you are a great candidate for our team. Here at DreamSpring, we don't always require cover letters, but we definitely encourage them. If you're applying for a role that expects you to have clear written communication skills, this is a great way for you to showcase your skills to me as the recruiter. A couple of things to keep in mind with your cover letter is that you'll definitely want to make sure you have proper grammar and punctuation, and that your cover letter all fits on one page and is brief, so about 3 to 5 paragraphs. A cover letter is also a great opportunity, if you don't have direct experience in the role you're applying for, to showcase how your previous experience's skills are transferred into this role. And if you don't have nonprofit experience, I recommend finding someone in your network that does, so that they can just review your cover letter and make sure that everything you're trying to communicate about your previous experience is communicated well and clear and concise in your cover letter. When interviewing with a mission-driven nonprofit organization, you'll definitely want to make sure that you understand their mission and values. So once you've checked out our values and our mission, you should ask yourself, do I personally connect with these values? Do I align with them? Am I drawn to the mission here at DreamSpring? And then once you do, find ways to articulate those connections in your interview with our team. There are a few work and life experiences that will set you above other candidates here at DreamSpring. If you have work experience in a startup and/or a highly ambitious, fast-paced organization, we find that very valuable here at DreamSpring, as we are also growing, changing, pivoting, and have very high growth plans. A successful dream maker is a person who is very ambitious and leans into fast-paced change. Also, folks that have an entrepreneurial spirit and can identify with the work we're doing here and our mission is great. Because we value not only a skills fit, but a cultural fit as well here at DreamSpring, we have 6 stages to expect in the interview process. The first is going to be a 20 to 30 minute screening call with me, the recruiter, just to make sure that you understand the expectations of the role and you are still indeed interested in the job. After that, we will send you a skills assessment, or we may request samples of work depending on the role you're applying for. The first full interview is going to be with a people and culture representative and the hiring manager. And then after that, we will have an interview with a panel of DreamSpring associates, just to further emphasize our values and make sure that we are mission aligned with the candidates. After that, if you're an executive or leadership candidacy, we may ask you to meet with the executive team, as well as a follow-up conversation with our CEO. And finally, pending all of that goes really well, we will ask for some reference checks, and we will do a background screening, which is usually a criminal and credit background check. Just to be aware, because we are a financial institution, we do want to make sure that your credit is in line with our needs for the role you are applying for. Here at DreamSpring, it's very important for us to build diverse teams because we are working with diverse populations and we want to practice what we advocate for. More than 90% of our clients in our last 20 plus years have been from diverse communities, including those from the Black, Latinx, women, and disabled communities. Here at DreamSpring, we strive to break down barriers and make entrepreneurship equitable for everyone. Thank you so much for watching today. Good luck on your next interview, and we hope to see you soon interviewing at DreamSpring.